In this vast and endless world, as the sun rises and sets countless times, there remains one eternal truth. Only the strong survive. I am Fang Yuan. I do not plead with fate, nor do I seek mercy from the heavens. I carve my path with steely resolve and cold calculation. The world does not owe me kindness, nor does it offer me comfort. It is through suffering, through endless struggle, that true strength crystallizes like ice formed in the deepest winter. You may find comfort in fleeting dreams of ease, but I tell you, those who shun hardship are doomed to be trampled beneath the feet of those who endure. Life's true measure is not found in the avoidance of pain, but in the absolute mastery over it. Like the footless bird of legend, I know no rest. To stop moving, to pause even for a moment, is to disappear into oblivion. Thus, I press on, always forward, never backward. Do not seek validation from others. Do not hope for the approval of the masses. All that matters in this existence is your own will, undeniable, unbreakable, and fiercely independent. In the face of chaos and uncertainty, your will is your last bastion, your final fortress. Guard it as you would guard your very life, for without it, you cease to be the master of your own fate. You become merely a leaf blown by the winds of circumstance. You will fall. This is inevitable. You will suffer loss, betrayal, and crushing disappointment. You will face despair so deep, it feels like drowning in an endless ocean. But in every fall lies a profound lesson, and in every loss, a seed of greater power waits to be discovered. Embrace failure as your constant companion. Invite it into your life. Learn from it with the hunger of a starving man at a feast. Let it sharpen your mind like a whetstone sharpens a blade, and steel your heart against future wounds. To fear failure is to bind yourself with chains forged from your own doubt and insecurity. Break those chains, shatter them completely. Failure is not your enemy, stagnation is. Comfort is. The refusal to try again is the only true defeat. In the shadows where others see only darkness and terror, I see opportunity waiting to be seized. Where others see the end of all things, I see a new beginning unfolding. The world is relentless, harsh, and utterly unforgiving, but it is also brutally honest and completely impartial. Strength is rewarded without question. Weakness is extinguished without mercy. This is the natural order of existence, immutable and eternal as the stars themselves. Do not be distracted by illusions, the praise of the ignorant crowd, the fleeting comfort of temporary ease, the empty promises whispered by fate and fortune. None of these hold true power. Real power is cultivated from within through endless effort and quiet, unwavering determination. It is a seed you plant deep inside your soul, watered with your own sweat and blood, nurtured by focus, so intense it burns like the sun. My heart may be cold as winter's deepest freeze, but it beats with fierce fire that never diminishes. It is a furnace that consumes all weakness, burning it down to nothing but ash and memory. From those ashes, I rise again and again, stronger each time, fiercer, untouchable by ordinary means. This is the way of Fang Yuan. This is the path I have walked for 500 years, and will walk for 500 more. You may wonder what it truly means to be free. Freedom is not a gift handed down from the heavens by benevolent gods. It is not something you receive simply for existing. Freedom is a state forged through relentless struggle and sacrifice. Freedom is the ability to shape your own destiny with your own hands, to act without hesitation or doubt, to stare fate directly in the eye and declare, I will not bow, I will not kneel, I will not surrender. In this endless journey through time and space, you must learn patience. True progress is not always a roaring wave that crashes against the shore. Often, it is a steady tide, rising inch by inch, day by day. Each step forward, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, compounds into greatness over the vast expanse of time. Mastery is earned through persistence and dedication, never through luck or chance encounters. Set your goals high, but more importantly, set your focus even firmer than steel. Goals without focus are like autumn leaves scattered helplessly to the wind. They drift aimlessly until they rot. Hold your mind steady as a mountain, your purpose clear as crystal, and the very universe itself will tremble before the force of your will. Beware of sentimentality and emotional weakness. Compassion and kindness may be virtues celebrated in stories and songs, but in this harsh world, they often invite exploitation and weakness. Do not confuse kindness with weakness. They are not the same. True strength often requires ruthlessness and cold, calculated decision-making. Know when to extend kindness and know when to be absolutely merciless. This balance is the mark of wisdom. Understand that life and death are but parts of the great eternal cycle. They are neither inherently good nor inherently evil, but simply natural laws as unchangeable as gravity itself. To fear death is to deny the very essence of life. Accept impermanence completely, embrace it fully, and you free yourself from the heavy shackles of hesitation and paralyzing fear. When you no longer fear the end, you truly begin to live. The world is an eternal battlefield where war never truly ceases. Your enemies are not always those who wield swords and practice magic against you. Often your greatest enemies are the doubts that plague your mind, the fears that grip your heart, and the weaknesses that hide within your own soul. Your greatest adversary will always be the version of yourself who wants to quit, who whispers that it is too hard, that you should give up. Conquer that weak self, destroy it completely, and no external force in existence can ever truly defeat you. True power does not announce itself with loud roars and flashy displays. It moves silently and inevitably, like a deep river slowly carving its way through solid stone over countless years. Do not seek to impress others with meaningless displays of strength. Instead, cultivate profound inner strength, develop calm precision in all your actions, and forge unyielding determination that cannot be shaken by any storm. Remember always the legend of the footless bird. It is not bound by the normal laws of flight or rest. It moves forward eternally because it fundamentally refuses to stop. Because stopping means death, adopt that same relentless spirit in your own life. Even when all seems lost, when darkness surrounds you completely, keep moving forward. Your motion itself defies the stagnation of despair and brings meaning to existence. In time, through experience and hardship, you will learn that loneliness is not a curse to be feared, but a shield to be wielded. In solitude, away from the noise and chaos of crowds, you confront your true self without deception or pretense. You shed the countless masks imposed upon you by society's expectations and emerge reborn, hardened by trials like steel quenched in icy water, sharpened by experience until you cut through all obstacles. Do not fear change in any of its forms. Change is the very essence of growth and evolution. Restricting yourself to only what is familiar and known will ensure nothing but slow decline and eventual death. Embrace the unknown boldly with open arms, for it is precisely there, in uncertainty and unfamiliarity, that true strength is born and nurtured into greatness. Speak rarely and carefully. When you do speak, make your words count. But act decisively and without hesitation. Words are cheap currency in this world, and promises are even cheaper. Let your concrete actions define who you truly are, not empty rhetoric or hollow boasts. A single powerful act of genuine strength can echo across eternity, remembered long after words have faded into silence. When doubts inevitably arise in your mind, when shadows grow long and threatening around you, ground yourself firmly in your core purpose. Your intent, your fundamental will and desire, is the very core of your being. Without it, you are nothing. You drift aimlessly like a dead leaf in an autumn storm, carried wherever the wind decides. Hold fast to your purpose and let nothing shake it. Understand this fundamental truth. Control over external events is largely an illusion, except for control over yourself. You cannot command the world to obey your wishes. You cannot force reality to bend to your desires, but you absolutely can command your own reactions, your own responses, your own choices in every moment. This self-mastery is the root of all true power. Everything else is secondary. In the endless night, when silence envelops the world like a heavy blanket and all is still, the mind finds its greatest clarity. Use these precious moments wisely to reflect deeply on your path, to recharge your depleted energy, and to rekindle the fire that drives you forward. The battle for greatness is eternal and never-ending, and only those with infinite patience and endurance will survive to the very end in all its forms. Aim for excellence in every single action you take, every thought you think, every word you speak. Mediocrity is a slow poison that kills dreams and potential. Excellence is the antidote. The world rewards those who steadfastly refuse to succumb to despair even in the darkest hours. Fight on with every ounce of strength you possess, even when hope seems like nothing more than a distant, flickering light barely visible on the horizon. That light, no matter how faint, is worth pursuing. Every morning that you open your eyes is simultaneously a precious gift and a fresh battlefield. Meet it with courage burning in your heart. Meet it with clear purpose guiding your steps. Do not waste a single day in aimless wandering or comfortable complacency. Life itself is neither kind nor cruel in its essential nature. It simply is an impartial force that treats all equally. Your attitude and perspective shape whether life nourishes your growth or slowly destroys you from within. Choose your perspective carefully. Practice detachment not as abandonment of all you care about, but as a practical tool for maintaining laser-sharp focus. Let go of unnecessary distractions that drain your energy. Release attachments that hold you back from your true potential. Travel light on your journey to greatness. Fortune favors the relentless above all others, those who grind forward through crushing fatigue and agonizing pain when everyone else has already quit. Talent may open doors, but relentless effort kicks them down entirely. In your silence and solitude, find and cultivate the inner strength necessary to roar like thunder when the critical moment finally arrives. A lion doesn't roar constantly. It waits patiently, conserving its energy, then unleashes devastating power at precisely the right moment. This is the way of Fang Yuan, unyielding as mountain stone, relentless as the changing seasons, composed and calm even in the very heart of chaos and destruction. This path is not easy. It demands everything from you, but it offers something precious in return. Absolute freedom and unlimited potential. Know with certainty that in solitude and struggle, away from comfort and ease, you work quiet miracles. You accomplish the greatest feat possible, the forging of a soul that cannot be broken by any force, the creation of a will that cannot be bent or twisted by any circumstance. Carry this mantra deep within the core of your being. Repeat it until it becomes part of your very essence. I do not bow to any authority but my own. I do not break under any pressure. I do not fear any outcome. I simply am, and I persist, and I conquer. With every breath you take, consciously reaffirm your total dedication to the path of perseverance. Make it not just a decision, but a fundamental part of your identity. You are not someone who tries hard sometimes. You are someone who never stops, never surrenders, never accepts defeat as final. The journey ahead is long beyond measure. The night through which you must travel is deep and filled with unknown dangers. But your spirit, when properly forged and tempered, is eternal and indestructible. No darkness can extinguish it. No hardship can diminish it. It grows stronger with each challenge overcome. Wake each dawn ready and eager to face the storm anew, knowing with absolute certainty that ultimate victory belongs to the steadfast, not to the talented, not to the fortunate, not to those blessed by heaven. Victory belongs to those who simply refuse to quit under any circumstances whatsoever. As Fang Yuan, I tell you this truth from 500 years of experience. There is no greater power in existence than the power of unshakable will. Techniques can be learned, resources can be gathered, allies can be found. But will, true, deep, unshakable will, can only be forged within yourself through trial and suffering. It cannot be given or taught. It must be earned. The new world is merciless. Heaven's will works against individual greatness. Fate itself seems designed to crush those who dare to rise above the ordinary. But I have fought against fate for centuries, and I am still here, still moving forward, still pursuing my goals with the same intensity as the day I began. Learn from this. Your circumstances do not define your limits. Your background does not determine your ceiling. Your past failures do not predict your future outcomes. Only your will matters. Only your choice to continue or quit determines whether you ultimately succeed or fail. Many speak of destiny as if it were written in stone, unchangeable and absolute. This is the philosophy of the weak and defeated. Destiny is not a book already written. It is a book you write with your own actions every single day. Each choice, each sacrifice, each moment of perseverance adds another line to your story. Will your story be one of surrender and regret, or will it be one of triumph against impossible odds? The choice, as always, is yours and yours alone. No one can make it for you. No one can walk your path for you. You must do it yourself. The path I walk is lonely beyond measure. I have sacrificed relationships, comfort, conventional morality, and countless other things that most people consider essential to a meaningful life. But I have gained something far more valuable in return: complete freedom to pursue my own goals without compromise, without hesitation, without the weight of others' expectations dragging me down. This freedom is terrifying to most people. They prefer comfortable chains to uncertain freedom. They choose the safety of mediocrity over the risk of greatness. And that is their right. But do not let their fear become your own. Do not let their limitations define your possibilities. You have within you the potential for greatness beyond your current comprehension. But potential alone accomplishes nothing. Potential must be realized through action, through sacrifice, through relentless forward motion day after day, year after lifetime if necessary. I have lived for 500 years and I will live 500 more if needed to achieve my ultimate goal. Time means nothing to me except as a resource to be used efficiently. Each second that passes is either spent moving toward my goal or wasted. There is no middle ground. Adopt this same ruthless efficiency in your own life. Stop wasting time on activities that don't serve your ultimate purpose. Stop surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy and pull you toward mediocrity. Stop making excuses for why you haven't achieved what you claim to want. Either you want something badly enough to sacrifice for it, or you don't. Either you are willing to endure years of hardship to achieve your goals, or you are not. There is no shame in choosing an easier path, but there is shame in lying to yourself about what you truly want and what you are truly willing to sacrifice. Clarity of purpose is everything. Confusion and indecision are the enemies of progress. Know what you want with crystal clarity. Know what you are willing to sacrifice to get it. Then act accordingly without doubt or hesitation. The world will throw countless obstacles in your path. People will tell you your goals are impossible, that you are wasting your time, that you should be more realistic. Ignore them completely. Their limitations are not your limitations. Their fears are not your fears. Throughout history, every great achievement was once considered impossible by the majority. Every revolutionary idea was once mocked and dismissed. The pioneers who changed the world did so not because they had permission, but because they refused to accept the limitations others tried to impose on them. Be such a pioneer in your own life. Refuse to accept artificial limitations. Test boundaries until they break. Push yourself beyond what you thought possible. And when you achieve what others said was impossible, don't rest on your accomplishments. set a new, even more ambitious goal, and begin the process again. This is the cycle of continuous growth that leads to transcendence. Comfort is the enemy. Satisfaction is the enemy. The moment you decide you've achieved enough, you begin the process of decline. There is no standing still in life. You are either growing or dying. Choose growth always. As night deepens and silence grows more profound, let these words sink into your consciousness. Let them become part of you. You are capable of far more than you currently believe. Your limits are mostly self-imposed illusions created by fear and doubt. Tomorrow, when you wake, you have a choice. Will you continue living as you have been, accepting whatever circumstances happen to you? Or will you seize control of your destiny with both hands and refuse to let go no matter what happens? The choice is always yours. The power is always within you. All that remains is the will to use it. I am Fang Yuan, and I have walked this path alone for 500 years. The road ahead stretches on for eternity. I do not tire, I do not falter, I do not bow, and neither should you. Let me speak now of the nature of power itself, for power is what separates those who shape the world from those who are shaped by it. Power is not merely strength of body or sharpness of mind, though both serve their purposes. True power is the ability to impose your will upon reality itself, to bend circumstances to your vision rather than being bent by them. Many mistake power for violence, for dominance through force alone. These are but crude tools, useful in their place but ultimately limited. Real power operates on a deeper level. It is the power to see truth clearly when others are blinded by illusion. The power to act decisively when others are paralyzed by indecision. The power to endure when others have long since broken. Throughout my 500 years, I have witnessed countless so-called powerful individuals rise and fall like waves upon the shore. What distinguished those who endured from those who were swept away? Not talent, though that helps. Not resources, though those too have their uses. The difference was always the same: absolute clarity of vision, combined with unwavering commitment to that vision. Most people drift through life like clouds, blown by wind, never settling on a true purpose, never committing fully to anything. They sample this path and that, always keeping one foot out the door, always leaving themselves an escape route. This is the surest path to mediocrity and regret. When I set my sights on immortality, on eternal life and ultimate freedom, I did not hedge my bets. I did not keep a backup plan in case things got too difficult. I burned every bridge behind me and marched forward into the unknown with nothing but my determination to sustain me. This is what commitment truly means. Not a casual promise, but a total dedication that accepts no alternatives. Ask yourself honestly, what are you truly committed to? Not what you wish for, or hope for, or dream about in idle moments. What are you willing to sacrifice everything else to achieve? If your answer is nothing, then you will achieve nothing of lasting significance. This is not cruelty, but simple truth. The universe does not reward half measures. It does not applaud those who try their best while keeping safety nets in place. It elevates only those who stake everything on their chosen path and accept the consequences without complaint. Consider the nature of cultivation itself. To cultivate is to go against the heavens, to defy the natural order that would see you age and die like all other creatures. It requires stealing resources from a world that gives nothing freely. It demands sacrifices that most are unwilling to make. Yet this is the only path to transcendence. Your own journey, whatever form it takes, requires the same fundamental approach. You must be willing to go against the current, to swim upstream while others float downstream. You must be willing to be misunderstood, criticized, even hated by those who cannot comprehend your vision. This is the price of greatness, and it is non-negotiable. I have been called a demon, a monster without human feeling. These accusations do not wound me because I understand their source. Those who speak thus are imprisoned by conventional morality, by the comfortable lies society tells itself to maintain order. They see someone who has broken free of those chains, and it terrifies them. So they attack what they cannot understand. But I do not live for the understanding or approval of others. I live according to my own truth, pursuing my own goals with methods I deem appropriate. This is what it means to be truly free, not the absence of constraints, but the rejection of constraints imposed by others without your consent. You must develop this same independence of mind and spirit. Stop seeking validation from those whose opinions should not matter to you. Stop modifying your behavior to gain acceptance from people you don't even respect. Live according to your own code, and let others think what they will. This does not mean becoming needlessly antagonistic or cruel. There is no virtue in causing suffering for its own sake. But neither should you compromise your essential self and your fundamental goals to avoid offending the sensibilities of those who would never walk your path regardless. The cultivation world teaches this lesson harshly. Resources are limited. Opportunities are scarce. Competition is fierce and often deadly. There is no room for the squeamish or sentimental. You take what you can, you protect what is yours, and you advance your interests ruthlessly because no one else will do it for you. This same principle applies to whatever world you inhabit. Understand that you are in competition whether you acknowledge it or not. Others are advancing their interests, seizing opportunities, climbing toward their goals. Your choice is to compete effectively or to fall behind. There is no comfortable middle ground where everyone wins. Does this mean you must betray every ally and trust no one? Not necessarily. Strategic alliances have their place. Temporary cooperation can benefit all parties involved. But never forget that ultimately you can rely only on yourself. Others have their own goals, their own priorities. When those conflict with yours, sentiment will not protect you. I have formed alliances when it served my purposes. I have even shown mercy on rare occasions when doing so cost me little and might yield future benefits. But I have never allowed emotional attachment to cloud my judgment or constrain my actions. The moment an alliance ceases to serve my interests, I dissolve it without hesitation or regret. You must cultivate this same clear-eyed pragmatism. Evaluate relationships and commitments based on their utility, not on abstract ideals or emotional comfort. Keep those that serve your purposes. Discard those that hold you back. Be neither cruel nor kind, but simply effective. This may sound cold to those raised on fairy tales of eternal friendship and unconditional love, but I offer you truth, not comfortable illusions. The world operates according to its own merciless logic. You can rail against this logic and be crushed by it, or you can accept it and learn to work within its parameters. Only fools choose the former. Let us speak now of time, for time is the most precious resource any being possesses. Unlike other resources, time cannot be stored or saved. It flows constantly, indifferent to your wishes. Each moment that passes is gone forever, irretrievable and irreplaceable. Most people waste vast quantities of time on trivialities, on momentary pleasures that leave nothing of lasting value. They distract themselves with entertainment, with social obligations they don't truly care about, with worries over things they cannot control. Then they wonder why their lives feel empty and their goals remain distant. I have lived for 500 years, but I have not wasted those years on frivolous pursuits. Every action, every decision, every relationship has been evaluated according to a single criterion. Does this advance me toward my ultimate goal? If yes, I pursue it. If no, I discard it without a second thought. This is not easy, especially at first. Humans are social creatures with ingrained desires for connection, for leisure, for variety and stimulation. To subordinate all of these to a single overarching purpose requires iron discipline and absolute commitment. But the rewards are proportional to the sacrifice. While others drift aimlessly, accomplishing little of significance, you move steadily toward your chosen destination. While they scatter their energy across 1,000 meaningless diversions, you focus yours with laser precision on what truly matters. The difference in outcomes is not marginal but exponential. Imagine two individuals of equal talent and resources. One pursues his goals with single-minded determination, eliminating all distractions and inefficiencies. The other divides his attention among many pursuits, never fully committing to any. After 10 years, who will have achieved more? After 100 years? The answer is obvious. Yet most people instinctively reject this truth. They cling to the fantasy that they can have everything: achievement without sacrifice, growth without discomfort, success without opportunity cost. This is perhaps the most damaging delusion of all. Every choice carries an opportunity cost. Every hour spent on one activity is an hour not spent on another. Every relationship maintained requires energy that could be directed elsewhere. There is no escaping this fundamental trade-off. The only question is whether you make these trade-offs consciously and strategically, or blindly stumble into them. I choose consciously. I calculate costs and benefits with cold precision. I optimize every aspect of my existence toward my ultimate purpose. This has required sacrifices that would break most people: isolation, hardship, the abandonment of conventional pleasures and comforts. But I made these sacrifices willingly because I understood the alternative. The alternative is to live as the masses do, drifting through decades of mediocrity, achieving nothing of lasting significance, dying with a list of regrets longer than any list of accomplishments. This is the fate of those who refuse to prioritize, who try to do everything and therefore accomplish nothing of importance. You must choose what matters most to you, then organize your entire life around that choice. Everything else becomes secondary, negotiable, disposable if necessary. This is not deprivation, but liberation, freedom from the tyranny of endless trivial decisions and meaningless obligations. When you know with absolute certainty what your highest priority is, most decisions become trivially easy. Does this serve my goal? Yes or no? If yes, do it. If no, don't. Simple, elegant. Of course, determining your highest priority is itself a challenge that many never overcome. They lack the self-knowledge necessary to identify what they truly value above all else, or they deceive themselves claiming to value one thing while their actions reveal they actually prioritize something entirely different. Brutal self-honesty is required. You must examine your actual behavior, not your stated intentions. Where do you actually spend your time and energy? What do you actually sacrifice other things for? These reveal your true priorities, regardless of what you tell yourself or others. If your behavior doesn't align with your stated goals, one of two things is true. Either your stated goals are not actually your true priorities, or you lack the discipline to act according to your own values. Both problems are correctable, but first, you must acknowledge them clearly. I encourage you to conduct this examination without mercy. Strip away all pretense and self-deception. Look at your life as it actually is, not as you wish it were or tell others it is. Only through such ruthless clarity can you identify what needs to change. Then comes the harder part, actually making those changes. Breaking old habits, establishing new patterns, reorganizing your life around your true priorities rather than inherited assumptions and social pressure. This requires sustained effort over months and years. Most people cannot maintain such effort. They try for a while, then slip back into comfortable old patterns. This is where the strength of your will truly matters. Knowing what you should do is easy. Actually doing it consistently, day after day, month after month, year after year, this separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream of it. I have maintained my focus for 500 years. Not 5 days or 5 months, but 5 centuries of unwavering commitment to my chosen path. This is possible only through cultivating a will so strong that temporary discomfort and delayed gratification become irrelevant. The goal is everything. The present moment's difficulty is nothing. You must develop this same long-term perspective. Stop living for immediate gratification. Stop making decisions based on what feels good right now. Think in terms of years and decades. Where will your current path lead in 10 years? In 50, if you don't like that destination? Change paths now. Most people never think this way. They make decisions based on immediate circumstances, never considering long-term trajectories. Then they wake up decades later wondering how they ended up in a life they never wanted. The answer is simple. Thousands of small decisions, each seemingly insignificant, that compounded over time into an outcome they would never have consciously chosen. Do not let this happen to you. Think long-term, plan strategically. Make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. This is the essence of wisdom, the ability to trade present pain for future reward, to delay gratification in service of larger purposes. The cultivation world understands this implicitly. Every cultivator knows they must endure years or decades of harsh training before achieving any significant power. They accept this because they keep their eyes on the ultimate prize: immortality, transcendence, freedom from the limitations of mortal existence. What is your ultimate prize? What would make decades of sacrifice worthwhile? If you have no answer, find one. A life without a compelling destination is a wasted life, no matter how comfortable the journey. As this night draws on and my words continue to flow, I return to the central theme that underlies all else: the supremacy of will. Everything I have discussed, power, time, sacrifice, focus, strategy, all of these depend on will. Without sufficient will, knowledge is useless. Without sufficient will, opportunity slips through your fingers. Without sufficient will, you remain forever trapped in mediocrity. Will is the foundation upon which all achievement rests. It is the force that carries you forward when motivation fails, when circumstances turn against you, when every rational calculation suggests you should quit. Will is what remains when everything else has been stripped away. How do you strengthen your will? Through practice, through testing, through repeated acts of self-discipline in the face of temptation and difficulty. Your will is like a muscle. It grows stronger with use, weaker with neglect. Start small if you must. Make yourself uncomfortable in minor ways. Skip a meal deliberately. Wake an hour early. Complete a task you've been avoiding. These small victories accumulate, proving to yourself that you can override immediate desires in favor of chosen goals. Gradually increase the difficulty. Take on harder challenges. Maintain discipline for longer periods. Push yourself beyond what you thought possible. Each time you succeed, your will grows stronger. Each time you fail and then try again, your will is tempered like steel in a forge. Eventually, you reach a point where your will becomes effectively unbreakable. Circumstances that would destroy others merely irritate you. Obstacles that seem insurmountable to most are simply problems to be solved. This is when you truly become dangerous, not to others necessarily, but to fate itself. A person with truly unbreakable will cannot be stopped by external circumstances. They can only be killed, and even that is difficult when they refuse to accept death as final. Such people reshape the world around them through sheer force of determination. I am such a person. 500 years of existence have proven this beyond doubt. I have been defeated countless times, but never stopped. I have lost everything and rebuilt from nothing. I have faced enemies far more powerful than myself and survived through wit, will, and refusal to surrender. You can become such a person as well. It is not a matter of innate talent or favorable circumstances. It is purely a matter of decision and commitment. Decide who you want to become. Commit to that vision absolutely. Then act according to that commitment every single day without exception. Years will pass. Decades will pass. But if you maintain that unwavering focus, that iron commitment, you will inevitably reach your destination. This is not optimism, but mathematics. Consistent effort in a single direction, maintained over sufficient time, must eventually yield results. The question is whether you have the patience and endurance to maintain that effort. Most do not. They want results immediately, or at least within months or a few years. When quick success doesn't materialize, they lose faith and abandon their goals. This is the fundamental error that condemns most people to mediocrity. They give up too soon. They quit mere months or years before their efforts would have borne fruit. They never discover what they could have achieved because they lack the patience to see their efforts through to completion. Do not make this mistake. Commit for the long term, accept that meaningful achievement requires years or decades of sustained effort. Release your attachment to quick results and easy victories. Focus instead on the process, on daily progress, on the gradual accumulation of skills and resources and advantages. Trust that if you maintain your course, if you refuse to quit regardless of setbacks and difficulties, you will eventually reach your destination. This is not blind faith, but earned confidence, based on understanding how effort and time combine to produce mastery. I have watched this process unfold countless times, in myself, and in the rare others who possessed sufficient will to see their ambitions through. The pattern is always the same: long periods of apparent stagnation, followed by sudden breakthroughs. Extended effort with minimal visible results, then rapid transformation. Most people quit during the stagnation periods, never reaching the breakthrough moments. They work hard for a while, see little progress, conclude that their efforts are futile, and abandon their goals. They never understand that they were building a foundation, accumulating invisible advantages that would eventually manifest as dramatic visible progress. Stay the course. Trust the process. Keep working even when you see no immediate results. The breakthrough will come if you persist long enough. This I guarantee based on centuries of experience. As the hours of this night continue to unfold, as these words pour forth in an endless stream of truth and instruction, I feel I must emphasize once more the central importance of independence. Not merely independence of action, which is valuable, but independence of thought and spirit. Most people are not truly themselves. They are composites of others' expectations and opinions. They think what they were taught to think. They want what they were told to want. They live according to scripts written by parents, teachers, peers, society at large. They have no authentic self because they never question the programming they received. This is perhaps the saddest fate of all: to live an entire life without ever discovering who you truly are, what you genuinely value, what you would choose if freed from all external pressure and expectation. To die having been merely an actor playing a role written by others. Break free from this trap. Question everything you were taught. Examine every belief and assumption. Ask yourself, is this truly what I think and value? Or is it merely what I was conditioned to think and value? The answers may surprise and disturb you. You may discover that much of what you thought you wanted was actually others' desires projected onto you. You may find that your deepest beliefs are actually inherited prejudices that crumble under examination. This can be disorienting, even terrifying, but it is necessary. Only by destroying false selves can you discover or create your true self. Only by questioning everything can you determine what you actually believe. This process of deconstruction and reconstruction is painful but essential for anyone who would live authentically. I underwent this process long ago, stripping away every assumption and inherited value until nothing remained but my essential self and its core drive, the desire for eternal life and absolute freedom. Everything else, morality, relationships, social obligations, became negotiable, mere tools to be used or discarded as circumstances required. This does not make me evil or inhuman, though many would claim otherwise. It makes me authentic in a way most people never achieve. I know exactly who I am and what I want. I live according to my own truth, not society's comfortable lies. I am free in the deepest sense possible. You can achieve this same freedom, though the path is neither easy nor pleasant. It requires courage to question everything you were taught. It requires strength to stand alone against social pressure. It requires wisdom to rebuild yourself according to your own values, rather than simply reacting against others' expectations. But the reward is worth any price. the ability to live as your true self, pursuing goals you genuinely value, free from the weight of others' judgments and expectations. This is what it means to be truly alive, rather than merely existing. As dawn approaches and this long night of contemplation and instruction draws toward its close, I leave you with this final thought. Your life is your own. No one else can live it for you. No one else will face the consequences of your choices. No one else will lie on their deathbed with your regrets. Therefore, live according to your own truth. Pursue your own goals. Make your own choices. Accept full responsibility for the outcomes. This is the path of Fang Yuan, and it is the path of anyone who would achieve true greatness. The journey is long, the struggle is endless, the obstacles are formidable. But the alternative, a life of comfortable mediocrity and quiet desperation, is infinitely worse. Choose wisely, commit absolutely, act decisively, and never, ever surrender. I am Fang Yuan, and these truths have sustained me through 500 years of existence. May they serve you equally well in your own journey toward whatever destiny you choose to forge.